Hey guys, my name is Matt or Nadeshot. I'm the founder and CEO of 100 Thieves. I just want to introduce myself just because I'm sure there's going to be a lot more people watching this video than normal Heist episodes, just because there's an elephant in the room in the LCS community, and that was a recent trade that we made. Our only trade, our first trade. It was our starting jungler, Meteos, was traded to Flyquest for an academy jungler named Onda. And I just want to talk to you guys about this trade, just because we definitely have done a poor job with our messaging. And that is one thing that we have done a ton of self-reflection and we've learned a lot about. The only statement that we gave you guys was Twitter about 3 weeks ago. And for what it's worth, we've had episodes of the Heist ready to go. And it's just been difficult for us because this is a very sensitive matter, and we know how many people are passionate about players in LCS, Meteos specifically, and how passionate you guys are just about this game. And so for our first roster change, we really just wanted to try to get the message right. And I mean, we've already failed in doing so because it's been 3 weeks. So I want you guys to know that we're going to get better. But really quickly, I want to talk about Meteos specifically, because I don't want there to be any misinterpretation about the way that we have valued all of the contributions that Will has made personally to this team. For me specifically, 100 Thieves is a dream come true. I haven't had a lot of involvement with LCS, but when we were accepted into the franchise, the franchising earlier this summer, it was just an incredible opportunity to work with somebody like Meteos. Just because he is a veteran, he's had an incredible career, and to have somebody like that agree to play for our team was just a phenomenal feeling. And he did more than I think a lot of people could. He helped us finish first in the LCS spring split season. We got second in our first split ever, and it was just unbelievable. A part of our content, and really helped us form an identity in this space. And it's something that I'll always value personally, and it's something that our organization will always appreciate. And so I just want that to be abundantly clear. And so, like, moving forward, let's talk about the trade, because again, that's the one thing that I think we just haven't been able to talk about because we wanted to get it right. There are a lot of nuances to teams that a lot of fans at home and a lot of you guys just don't see. I mean, you watch them on stage, watch them stream, and maybe a couple videos here and there that we produce, but that's pretty much about it. There's not a ton of visibility. And for esports specifically with teams, I mean, you have young players working together 8 hours a day, and they're doing everything that they can to further themselves and further the team and to be as successful as possible. And there are just so many intricacies to those relationships that sometimes can be difficult to manage. I mean, we have three coaches on our staff, and then we have 5 players. We have our academy team, and all these pieces moving together are really, really difficult, I think, for the players to manage and for organizations to manage. And so you saw us be successful, right? We played really, really well, but I just want you guys to know that that does not always define or enable the team to have success moving forward. Because short-term goals are not the same as long-term goals, and I think that is the main catalyst to all this. Because although our team was functioning at a high level on stage, at the end of the day, our team had a few problems that we just couldn't ignore anymore. We went through every evolution of thought and care that we could with our players. We met with them at the beginning, in the middle, and the end of the spring split, and our management team, in my opinion, did an incredible job of just learning as much as we could about what was happening with the team. And we met with the coaches day in and day out. We talked to them on the phone, and whether it means anything to you or not, it's important that I say it publicly, because in my opinion, we handled this as professionally as we could from a management perspective. We did what we thought was right. And for the team, Meteos just wasn't working anymore, plain and simple. And if we didn't make a change, it was going to do a disservice to our entire team, and we were going to be hurting Meteos' career. We were going to hurting our entire, all of our players' individual careers. We were going to be hurting our team. And so we had to make a change. We talked to the majority of the LCS teams that we compete with, and Flyquest was, without a doubt, the best option for Will personally. And that is when we decided, and even speaking more so into that, it's like the way that it all worked out is that Meteos requested a trade as well. And it's just a lot. It's been frustrating, but it had to happen. And I just want you guys to know, as an organization, we will learn from this, and we wish Meteos the best in everything that he does from this point on. And I most certainly think that, I've said it like 5 times, we have learned a ton, and we will be better moving forward with our messaging and everything that we do from here on out. But when it comes down to it with Meteos specifically, and how we handled the team, how we handled the coaching staff, I actually think we did that really, really well. And I'm proud of our team for a lot of different reasons, but I know, and I've conveyed to them how we can do better, how I can do better personally. So I hope this was clear, or cleared up some of the concerns that you guys may have had, and I hope this resonated in some way or another. So that's gonna do it for me. We're gonna roll the rest of the heist.
So I'm wondering if you guys have anything that you think NA can do better if they want to try and improve.
I actually think that a lot of it is about coaching, improving the coaching. Some of the difficulties that I see here is sometimes, it's like blurring the lines between like, what are you? Like, are you like a friend, another one of the guys, or are you a coach? And that's something that I think takes a lot of time and experience, and maybe we don't have the right people in the right places.
If I knew everything about the game right now, I was the smartest man alive, and everyone agreed with me. In like 2 weeks, everyone's gonna start questioning me again, because it's gonna be different, and everyone knows it is.
We are onto the Rift here for our 3rd game of the day, 100 Thieves.
Yeah, if you want to move quickly, walk alone. If you want to go far, go together. We need to go far quickly.
Picked up one, Cody's son with a smite on Lyra, almost gets it. Trying to get the shot, can't quite throw that one, but that's the flash in. They got that kill. Now Meteos and Someday against the world, 2 versus 4. Clutch Gaming have the win.
Yeah, good quality about this team is they're not accepting the circumstances that are given to them like in a negative way. Like, we'll be down like 10 kills and they're like, yeah, we can win. Let's keep fighting. There's never like this like give up moment.
15 seconds, here comes the stun. Oh, Someday is freaking huge. 3 kills picked up, making a 4th easily. Someday is the savior of 100 Thieves.
Someday keeps 100 Thieves alive in the game. The flash counter-strike there, catching 4 members from Clutch.
When Someday made that play and saved the game, I was like, damn it. I wanted to be really mad at my players so they could like accept this loss. I wanted this game to like sting more so we could like learn from it, but I mean, wins are nice too, so I guess that's the bright side of it.
Thank you for joining us for the final game of the day between 100 Thieves and Optic Gaming.
Someday is really respectful of like my vision of how I want the team to run and what I think is good. So he usually is just trying to understand what I say and like take it to the next step.
What Optic needs right now. What a crit! Someday, Fun Day, tries to go for it. Big does a good job denying the barrel, but the rest of the Thieves are here and he's already got him out of there. Click, click, boom! Double kill for Someday.
Is Someday a really good top laner? He has good mechanics and he's very smart. He's just on the quiet side a lot. So like the silent killer type of dude. Silent assassin, sorry.
They move the Nexus turrets. They bring down the cannons onto Arrow. 100 Thieves find their win.
If you want to, have a successful team, everyone's got to put in more than their fair share of work, whether that be, being able to be criticizing other people, being open-minded. You can't really slack off, or literally like half the map just gets caved in most of the time when that happens. So you got to do your best from all roles.
So a big positive for Zach is he's like really willing to like roll with the punches and like work hard, and he's really into kind of like systematic improvement. He's actually like really willing to like kind of criticize himself in terms of like picks and what to play and how to play.
Yeah, I think you gotta have a lot of trust in yourself, especially when problems are occurring. And yeah, I believe myself to be able to confront it, use constructive criticism with whatever it is. If I need to, change my play style, change how we approach scenario that happens in the game, stuff like that. Yeah, I trust him probably, 100%. I believe in probably, and our coaching staff and Matt and Stardust. So we're just doing the best that we can.
My 5th grade basketball team had a coach.
Yep.
I was 10 years old and I was used to having this authority figure teach me the fundamentals and the mechanics and tell me when I did something
drills.
good and tell me when I did something bad. Where we have these league pros who for 3 or 4 years, they are their own coach and they learn to trust their own instincts. And because they were good enough, they climbed to the top. They never had someone guiding them along the way. So as soon as after 4 years of grinding and perfecting this craft, you have some Yahoo come in and tell you to do it differently, you're going to be resistant. Right? And that's another thing that I actually don't know the solution of.
Hi, my name is Andy Huang, and I play jungle for 100 Thieves. My first thought when I heard that I was going to join 100 Thieves was, I guess, another shot to prove myself that I belong in the LCS. Coming into a team with really good players would be really beneficial for me.
Andy actually has a really good base for how to play the game and how he wants to. So I'm trying to like urge him to find the middle ground between like working with them and having them working with
Hello and welcome back for a battle at the top of the standings. 100 Thieves versus TSM. 100 Thieves come into this week on a 4-0 game win streak with a roster we won't see again.
I would take like the first couple sets maybe just to see like how the team wants to play or what they need from me kind of thing, and then fit in my playstyle into the team and adapt to what the team needs.
It also means that TSM fans at the end get to say, we didn't send the strongest teams to Rift Rivals. We had 4 teams at the top. TSM maybe should have been one that had gone, right? If they wanted to showcase the power of North America.
Me and Cody used to play in the Challenger Series on a team called Dream Team for a year. We've just been friends for a super long time, for almost like 2.5 years, I guess.
Mithy decides to go golden. Sven's gonna do the same thing. Mithy tries to run. See you later, buddy.
Andrew and Cody's relationship was definitely a propeller to helping the funnel strategy that we've been perfecting. This is one of our strategies where normally we have a lot of practice on, and this time we only had like 1 game of Andy playing the like supportive funneler. So that like relationship they had made it like really obvious that we can kind of do these things where they're playing more like closely
Great
together.
drop to Cody's son as Afro Move brings down the dunk onto Mithy. Support kills support. As 100 Thieves have managed to find kills onto 3, it's Haunter and Bjergsen versus the world. Ooh. But that world is crashing down around them as Haunter goes down. He takes Afro with him. Bjergsen's the last to fall. It's a double kill for Cody's son, and 100 Thieves will find the win.
It was close. It wasn't clean, but at the end, 100 Thieves were able to take down TSM.
100 Thieves will extend that win streak to 5 games. They will take down one of the other teams tied for first place, and they will show that the roster might be new, but the Thieves are up to their same old tricks. A solid 36-minute win.
When Meteos asked to be traded, it was a shock, and I talked with the whole team about it because I wanted them to know what's happening. Like, in essence, a bit of a family, so it is sad when it like changes or has to change. And I guess it's more so because I was like picking this roster, so it feels like, you know, sucks to be wrong. Definitely like a weakness of my coaching is like I do give too many chances and too much leeway for like, not forgiveness, but for like retribution, I guess. And if a roster change has to happen and it gets to this point, know that we worked really hard to make it work. And this was the only way out.
I'm excited to see what happens in this draft. That's for sure. 5 seconds away. 100 Thieves versus Golden Guardians to finish these teams' weekends. It's been a pretty good look so far. We'll see what happens here in the draft. It is interesting to see 100 Thieves move away from the funnel for the first time in, I believe, the 5-game win streak.
I ain't trading my youth for no suit and jacket.
Coaching staff puts in a lot of work. They usually come up to all the players with something that they want us to learn or do based on other regions, whether it be picks, plays, or our attitude. So they definitely work really hard. I think it's important for coaches to work harder than your players, or try to at least, so that, you know, the respect level is there where we're all giving the same effort or more.
Walk between turrets, look at that, a sleep bubble, contact waiting.
Going for the kill, under flashing already, but there's the following flash, Darkwind ignite down. Looking for the first blood, who's gonna grab it? Contract doesn't grab it, it's Mickey that finishes it off. Happy birthday! Birthday boy first!
It's definitely more work than usual, but I would say it's harder work than usual because you have no like results to base things on.
Forward to try and make a play, and it's just given him nothing. Mickey, a triple kill now for the birthday boy as he tries to chase.
This summer, I've been doing so much like hypothetical work. Like, is this actually good? Can this counter this? Because I have no proof of it anywhere. Like, if you watch a certain matchup, it wins in China and Korea, and then it loses in NA, and then loses in Europe, and then the next week it swaps. There's no consistency with what's happening, and yeah, right now everything is just still up in the air, even though we're 5 weeks in now.
Try and seal it all up. Looking to snap the win streak of 100 Thieves. They'll take down Afro. Raid Boss Sunday will finally be found as Mickey puts him to sleep for one more time. But Golden Guardian will upset the first place team.
Very beginning, very first interview I had, one of the questions that I was asked by Blake and Matt was, how long do you need to get a team to be on a competitive level to compete in LCS? And I told them 2 weeks. And I don't know how it got brought up, but at one point I just had to mention like the confidence, like if we can do it this way, I can take this roster to Worlds. I don't know, I gotta stress out, I gotta lose sleep, I gotta just do my job really well. Unless I lose passion for, you know, the game or for coaching, no matter like how good or bad I do, if I get first at Worlds or if I just get like 10th place like I've done before, I think that will have like no impact on me starting or stopping. I think it's really like the feeling of bringing something together, making something greater. I think that's the only thing that you're kind of working for. I definitely believe this would work. Being able to have like the trust of their players is what gives me like the ability to go quickly and like execute what we want to work on. So I think without my relationship with the players, this job would be impossible.
Everybody I know is growing up too quickly, and I don't want to go. No, how am I supposed to slow it down so I can figure out who I am? Some of us surviving, some of us just roaming, some of us just hoping the world will move more slowly, and some of us alive. We're